this is Catherine and Tanya from the Twin Flame Mystique 1111. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for tuning into our channel if this is your first time. Please like and subscribe. And today we are giving a video of the next wave of Twin Flame Unions reading. Okay, so this is a reading about the collective energy of the twin flames, and this gives somewhat of a timeline, okay? And a timeline that we are feeling, that we are divinely being connected with, is union within 8 to 9 months, okay? And we are in the collective with our union energy, and what this reading has explained, and what this reading is showing, is what we were going through 8-9 months ago. Mm-hmm. And this is where we are being divinely guided to offer this as a timeline compared to, to our union. So this is in this reading, Tanya has read with Oracle and read with Tarot. We're both psychic mediums, so I receive messages, and she will intuitively read. And so this is what we're going to be going over, and this is what we're going to be talking about for you, okay? And we are going to be breaking it down to a point where you'll understand. You will walk away with something from this reading, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and turn it over to Tanya. She did do the spread, and it is both for the divine masculine and for the divine feminine.
Okay, so like she said, we're in union. We've been in union for a few months, and what we try to do is use all of our life lessons and experiences to help you guys. So a lot of things that Spirit will show her. I'm better with the tarot cards. She's better with the mediumship. Will be things that we went through ourselves. And that's what came through in this reading. So we have the divine masculine on the left and the divine feminine on the right. And the correlations between the two were just, I mean, they're awesome. They're awesome. They're really, phenomenal. Yeah, it's really good. So what we did first was a card for both the masculine and the feminine, and together, and that is calling in your soulmate. So both the masculine and the feminine are calling in their soulmates.
Yes.
Which is, in most cases, will be, each other. So on the left of this, we have the masculine, we have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And what I got from that is, we read intuitively, by the way, or I do, because I do the cards mostly. Yes. But what I'm getting from this is the masculine right now, since it's the holiday season, is more focused on spending time with family, not necessarily karmic, but children, parents, whatever the case may be. And the feminine, love yourself first. And that's a repetitive message.
Yes.
It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that's a lesson, obviously, one of the big lessons that we have to master as twin flames is to love yourself first.
Absolutely.
So the other oracle cards for the masculine, this is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. And for him or her, masculine, we have the number 53, listening. And I'm going to go ahead and read it because there were some good messages that came out with that. So I want to go ahead and read the whole thing. Just find it really quick. Okay. Listening. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. And that's what the masculine is working through right now, is about trying to gain clarity over his situation. Mm-hmm. For the feminine, we have the sacred pool. It's the number 47. Is that right? Okay. I'm going to just read that one really quick. They're really good messages. I mean, there's really not much negative at all.
No. Just very clarifying.
Yeah. So the sacred pool, the world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and belief. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The sacred pool asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We're all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. This is like one of the most important parts for us, for twins. Your unique service to the world is not only needed, but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Yes. Be at peace, for you're beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry.
Yes.
So those are awesome messages.
Absolutely.
I
That
love
right
that.
there. And that is the that's the second time. That's the second message right here with the self.
Yeah.
This one.
And it
Love yourself first.
and it continues on through the reading.
And it is about the graciousness and gratefulness.
Exactly. So we're gonna go back and forth a little bit.
Yes.
I guess I was guided to do it in this certain way, to combine them together is a good reason because, there's a lot of repetitiveness in these messages.
The way
so,
it comes together and
right.
it shows how connected it is.
So what I normally do is the Celtic Cross 10-card spread with lots of clarifiers. So for the crowning energy for the masculine, we have the Magician. So he's manifesting, he or she. What are they manifesting? A wish.
Wow.
A wish. So
Yep.
what's going to get him there, or her, sorry, is the Page of Wands. So a very passionate or creative message that he needs to get across to his feminine. So in the past, there's been some back and forth communication with the Eight of Wands.
Yes.
And the original card was actually the Page of Pentacles. So what was being discussed was, an offer in the 3D, like something you can see, smell, taste, feel, whatever. That's what that was. In the near future, we got the Devil card, which is not unusual for the Divine Masculine, unfortunately, but that will change. But that was clarified by the Six of Swords. So what he's doing is that he's moving away from whatever this devil energy was, whether it be a karmic, any type of karmic situation, relationship, job, obsession, addiction, whatever.
Something is no longer serving them.
Right. And with the Six of Swords, he's moving away from that and going on to something much better. So in the conscience, we got the Nine of Wands. So there's something that he's tired, he's exhausted, but he's not yet given up on. And what he's not yet given up on, what the message that Catherine channeled, is the Queen of Cups.
Excellent.
But it kind of has a different meaning right now. What it means is he's not wanting to look at his emotions from the outside.
Objectively.
Objectively. That's what he's not yet. He needs to surrender, in other words.
Right.
And he will.
Still in control.
Yeah, he will. It may take, it's, DMs are kind of slow sometimes. They're kind of like rocks. It takes them a while, but they'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I do.
So in the subconscious, we have the Six of Cups. So in the subconscious, there's a past life, soulmate, reconciliation that's going on, way back there. And what does that have to do with? His divine feminine.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else. His divine feminine. And that comes out later in her reading as well. But for his current energy, he has the King of Cups in reverse. And actually it was originally the Death card. Sorry, I did all these cards prior to, but it's just quicker and easier that way. So when I asked what needs to die, is this King of Cups in reverse, and that's emotional manipulation. That's what has to die.
Yes, that's the
And
ego.
that's what is dying.
Yes.
Because this is actually, the current energy that's happening with him right now. So after death, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So
Nice.
he's working on something. What is he working on? Gaining clarity with the Two of Swords.
Yeah.
He's trying to gain clarity on a situation so that he can have victory.
Excellent.
And in the environment, what we got was the Queen of Wands, which in this case is the other woman, the karmic. And that was clarified by the Ten of Swords. So whatever that is, it's over.
Good.
Or it's in the process of being over. It's
Yes.
ending. Which is very, very good.
Yeah. Which, what I am feeling right now, this karmic, that either being a karmic or that either being the karmic or what we like to call the pre-twin.
Okay,
The
got
false
you.
twin.
Yeah, false twin. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could very well be.
Waking up from that.
Yep. And we've done videos on that in the
That's right.
past, and we're going to do future ones,
Yes,
probably
we
one
are.
tonight.
Yes,
so
we are. And that's what I'm intuitively feeling right now and being guided.
I believe it.
Okay.
So, in the hopes and fears, we have the the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Knight of Cups. So the fear is that he's gonna rush in too fast without thinking about it, because there is an offer that he wants to make, but basically he doesn't want to F it up. He doesn't want to F it up, and that's his fear, that he's going to do that. So in the final outcome, we have the good old Knight of Pentacles, which is very slow, but what the Knight of Pentacles is bringing in is a very stable, grounded, well thought out offer about a commitment, right? With the Hierophant. And the Hierophant was clarified by the King of Swords. So what we got from this is that, he may be moving slow, but it's going to be right. It's going to be stable. He's going to come in correct with this commitment offer. And with the King of Swords, he's going to defend that with everything that he has. He's going to defend that union, that commitment with all he has. So that is very, very awesome. So, okay, so for the last thing, we got the Honesty card. These are the Soul Lesson cards. I think James Von Prague.
Yes.
Right, Soul Lesson. So he's got the Honesty card. And it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I was going to say, I can't always expect the truth from others like the karmic.
True.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But I can't expect it from myself.
Yes.
And that's the lesson that he's going through right now. And for the last card, for the DM, these are the Crystal Angels by Doreen Virtue.
Yes.
Sugalite. I actually haven't really ever heard of that one, but
Sugarlight. Yeah.
it says, own your divine power, replace codependent, people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. And, that's just straight up talking about the karmic
Yes.
relationship, because any type of karmic relationship, you have to sacrifice yourself to make someone else happy.
That's true.
And that's not a good relationship. That's
No.
not something that's going to last. That's not something that was meant to last. That was something that, that is a lesson.
Yes.
Period. Is a
There
lesson.
is.
So learn the lesson and move on.
Codependency is also connected to expectation.
Exactly. That's the devil.
There you go.
In the future, that's what he's moving away from.
Mm-hmm. And you've got to release that. You've got to release that for that surrender and to move forward.
Exactly. So, all right. So on to the divine feminine. And she's going to correlate right back to the divine masculine with some of the same same cards.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mirrors. Okay.
That's spirit.
Oh, they're connected.
Okay. So for the crowning energy, we have the Six of Swords.
And this is for the divine feminine.
For the feminine. So she is crowning energy. She is doing what the masculine is going to do in the future. The divine feminine leads, the masculine follows. So she is moving away. She's moving away from something that no longer serves her. What is she moving towards? The Six of Cups, a soulmate,
Wow.
a past life. Is it the divine masculine? It very well could be, because that's what he has in his subconscious, is the Six of Cups.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And what's going to help her through this
Wow.
is the Ace of Rods, Ace of Wands.
Mm-hmm. It's a new life.
It's a new
Starting over.
with passion
Yes.
and purpose, and that's what's going to get her
Yeah.
to where she needs to be. In the past, we had the Moon card, which is probably associated with the masculine, because there was a lot of confusion,
Yeah.
a lot of things that weren't clear, were not known, whatever, but she used her strength to get past that. What are you getting? I know you're getting something. What are you getting?
I am. With that moon, what she was needing to release is also the illusion. Here's where they were mirroring each other. I'm not mirroring, but connected right here with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, right, is the pre-twin.
Oh, exactly. Okay.
What we call the
false-
catalyst.
Pre-twin, false
She
twin,
had to see
karmic.
through the illusion
Yes.
of that karmic relationship.
Okay, got you. That makes perfect sense.
It does. Because, and this is why Spirit has me touching on this, okay? Is because this is what we feel, what we are intuitively feeling, divinely feeling, that is keeping so many twins from union.
Yeah. And we don't want
Okay,
that. That's
we
why
don't.
that's why we preach on this.
That's our mission.
It is
Being
our mission.
together.
Spirit said so.
This is how, yeah.
Spirit said so.
That is what we had to release to come into union. You know what? That's the message that we're going to bring across. That is what is keeping so many trapped.
And that's, and as far as our Twin Flame group and our YouTube channel, we'd like to have tons of subscribers, but do we need it?
No.
Because we were already told the message needs to get across, and
does.
if it makes us unpopular, that's okay.
That's fine.
But if it triggers you and gets you to move forward, or just move, period.
Take
then,
that as your sign.
Exactly.
That's
then
your sign.
that we've done our job. That's what
That's
we're here
what
to
we
do,
did.
and that's
right.
that's all there is to it.
Right.
So, okay, moving on.
With the
Near
divine
future.
feminine.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the divine feminine, in the near future, we also have the Eight of Pentacles, which is what the masculine also
Sure
got in his
did.
energy. But what she's working on is the Queen of Cups,
Mm-hmm.
and what that means is she's working on looking at her emotions objectively from the
Yes.
outside, like seeing things, basically surrendering and seeing things for what they are.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yep.
So it's like she's just a little bit ahead of the masculine, but that's how things work. That's how it works
Exactly.
in twin flame relationship.
Right.
The feminine
realizes it.
the feminine
awakens
energy,
awakens to it. Yeah.
like like with us, like the symptoms, ascension symptoms, I guess you would say,
Yes.
that I'm going through now,
Yes.
which are horrible.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in another video.
We are.
She went through like what, a year ago. Yeah.
A year ago.
So it just goes to show that if you do your work, you know, and get out of your head and your depression, because you know we know you want to be with your twin. Everybody wants to be with their twin, but you have to work for it. You have to work to make it happen. And if you just sit in depression and sadness, it's not ever going to happen.
It's not.
It's not ever going to happen. So you just have to put on your big girl panties or big boy panties or whatever and just move. Just move forward.
Yeah. Let go.
Let go.
Surrender, let go, and let God, because that is who is in true control.
Thank you. We are co-creators.
Co-creators.
Who answer to the divine.
Thank you.
So I've been through that lesson many times. It was not pleasant. I wanted to die.
Yes.
Or I thought I did anyway. I really
Spirit
did.
spanked.
Over and over and over again. So,
okay.
for the feminine in the
Yes.
conscience, we have the Three of Swords because she's hurt.
Yeah.
She's heartbroken.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
having
just,
to, you know what? And that to me makes that card, connects it better to waking up from the illusion
Exactly.
of the catalyst.
Yeah, because it is
karmic.
heartbreaking.
It
It
is.
is heartbreaking.
It is, because of all thinking back of all that wasted time.
Exactly.
Wasted time.
But it's not. It's
But
not.
it's not
It's
waste-
not really
it's-
wasted.
But that's what you know, the feminine that is just coming out of it is like thinking that, right?
That's what I
until
thought.
she goes through that surrender
Yeah.
of, you know, and then she's able to see it objectively and say, okay, I'm grateful for things that are happening,
Exactly.
that have happened for me, not to me anymore.
Yeah, because, and we'll talk about this in another video, but what
Yeah.
the pre-twin or the false twin, the
Yeah.
karmic twin, dark twin, the narcissistic asshole, whatever you want to call them,
Sure.
they come in for a reason, and that reason
Exactly.
is
To
is
grow
for
you.
to grow you. Is for your growth, because you can't be with your twin unless you're ready to be with your twin.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that everybody has a false twin. I think most do, because I mean I know I wasn't anywhere near ready for the twin flame. I mean, like nowhere near.
No, because you were still in that moon. You were still, you
Oh,
know.
I was lost in the moon.
Yeah.
I was the moon.
Yeah, you were.
But yeah,
Yeah, you were. Perfect.
for a long time. And so yeah, but the sooner you can recognize that for what it is.
Sure.
Yes, it hurts. It's painful, and you know that karmic past life connection. It doesn't go away overnight.
No,
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Even when, you know, like, well, this is my true it just doesn't go away overnight. You have to work at it. You have to continue to cut cords and clear your chakras and your energy to move forward. It's work. It's work. So, you know, if you want to be a twin flame and be on the journey and fulfill your soul contract, you got to do the work.
Yes.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
And it's hard, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because the rewards are just, you know, indescribable once you
Yes.
get there. And it's not going to be that long if you just do it. So in the subconscious, we have, for the feminine, we have the Knight of Cups. All right? So for her, we have the Knight of Cups. For him, we have the Six of Cups. So it's like he's thinking about, well, in the subconscious, like, reconciliation with this person, right? And in the subconscious, he's thinking, offer from this person. So it's, it's basically, you know,
Yeah,
it's exactly the same.
So connected.
So in the feminine, in the current energy, we have the Four of Swords. So she or he is, you know, you're in your head, divine feminine.
Yes.
You're in your head
Yes.
about this depression, this anxiety,
Woe is me.
this woe is me energy, and we've all been there. We've all been there, but you got to get out of it.
You do.
You got
So
to
you're
get out of
hurting
it.
yourself more.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
you're just taking more time.
It's not serving. Yeah, you're wasting time. You're just wasting time.
And that there is a lower energy. And guess what happens when you are in a low energy?
You attract more karmics
Exactly.
because you get back what you put out. If you put back that,
exactly.
that's what you get back.
You're gonna get.
But in the environment, you have the magician.
Excellent.
So something in your environment is manifesting. And what is that? I don't know. It could be the divine masculine because that's his crowning energy.
Wow.
And what was he manifesting?
Yep.
A wish.
Yep.
What's in your environment? A
Wow.
wish with the 9 of cups.
Yep.
So he's there.
Yeah.
He's there. He's
Yeah.
moving slow.
You're in each other's energy.
Yeah. Yes. So in her hopes and fears, or his, yeah, the 2 of cups.
Wow.
You want an equal, I
Yes.
give you my love, you give me your love, and life is good. That's the hope, right?
Yes.
And in his fear, he's going to rush in too fast and he's going to mess it up. He's going to mess it up, right? So in the final outcome for the feminine, well, okay, first things first. So remember, the first card that came out for the outcome for the feminine was death. Mm-hmm. So just like the masculine who also had death in his energy,
death. Yes.
in the future, that's the feminine energy too. And what has to die? The lovers. That doesn't mean he has to die.
No.
That just means that you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. What are you going to do? Are you going to be with this
Option.
pre-twin?
Yeah.
Or
Catalyst.
are you going to go for your masculine? That's what has to die.
Yeah.
That's what has to die.
Yeah.
And when it does, you're going to be the empress.
That's right.
And then once
you are going to be in your balance, in your complete balance.
yes, and once that happens, that's going to allow him to come in as slow as he is with his commitment, and he's going to defend that with everything that he has.
Swords. Love it.
Yep.
Love
Everything that he has, he's going to defend that. So, for the soul lessons for the feminine, she got 2 cards actually came out. And the first one was doubt. I release the need to know all the answers because you don't know all the answers.
That's right.
We don't know all the answers.
Right. You got to release that expectation.
Yeah,
you
have to continue to move forward.
Right.
And you'll get the answers when God says, or the divine, or whatever Spirit says it's time for you to have the answers. Then you'll have the answers.
Exactly, because if you were to have the answer before, you know what? You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. You can't force it.
And the second soul lesson card was peace.
Yeah.
I'm a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Because when you do that, you're going to allow him to come in and make that offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the last one, we have the crystal angels for the feminines, aqua aura.
Beautiful.
Healthy communication in relationships. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So, yeah. So just like it's like the same thing with the masculine. It's about releasing, this false twin, pre-twin, karmic, whatever it is. Release them with honesty. Let go of that deception, that
There's the honesty
manipulation.
card.
Exactly.
Yeah, look, that's the honesty card that the divine masculine had received about can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
many repetitive connected messages here.
So I guess that's about it. Like I said, Catherine got that message 9 months, 8 to 9 months, more or less. If you want anything more specific, you can get a private reading.
Yes.
Which would be more than happy to do for you.
Yes, and we will include below our email address where you can reach us.
Yeah, you just contact us and we'll.
Yes.
discuss it from there. But you know, this, I know from the last one that I know twins came into union from the last one, the union video that we
Yes,
did.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's just
sure did.
it's a repeat cycle. Everybody's going through the same thing, you know, a little bit different times for some, obviously, you know, but
Yeah.
it's happening. So
It is.
don't lose hope. Don't give up. Don't give up on the journey, because the journey is not so much about your twin as it is about yourself. And once you figure that out and surrender and learn to love yourself,
Exactly.
the twin's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
And if, you know, in the slight chance that they're not, you're going to get something just as good, which I know nobody wants to hear that. But I'm not saying that's going to happen, but just in case. So I guess that's about it for this one.
That was just fantastic. We just so resonate with this and going through this.
I like it. I'm
we
happy
did.
with it.
Yeah.
This was the same when I was going through my false twin, and I kept getting this card, and I was so mad. I was like, what? I don't want a soulmate. What do you mean getting a soulmate? I was so mad. But then once you surrender, and you know, all these same cards kept coming, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I'm like, well, I know it's not him that this is coming from. But yeah, you have to surrender and let go of expectations, and you know, grow yourself.
Yeah.
And everything's gonna work out just like they always say, better than you could ever imagine.
Better.
Because the last thing you want is to be stuck with a person that you think is your twin that is not your twin. That's just a narcissist. You don't want that.
Narcissistic manipulation.
Yeah,
is
narcopath.
Just a narcopath, exactly. That is just. It's not the way to live. It's not the way to love yourself.
Nope.
And that was a repetitive message as well.
Exactly.
Self-care, self-love.
That's what it's
And
all
that
about.
comes from surrendering, letting go, and letting God, spirit, source energy, whatever term you want to call it, it's all the same. All right.
All right, so hopefully this helped. I'm sure it will help some people. It will help the people that are ready for it.
And please feel free to comment below
And subscribe.
And yes,
Please, that would help us out tremendously.
Yes, it will. And let us know where you're at and where you're going through. And then again, we will include our email address so you can get a hold of us for a private reading or twin flame coaching session, whatever it is that you are feeling that you're needing. Okay? All right. Well, thank you again for tuning in, or for tuning in again, and for tuning in for the first time. Have a blessed evening.